Wow, that game was insane. Cannot believe how it ended with the Bananas. We're going to go straight into how Coach Rack ended it, but we are so excited to have you all here as we break it down.
Thank you guys for hopping on. It was awesome to see you guys on even before we were ready to go. So thanks for hopping on, and yeah, let's get to it. These games were both great, but we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, so we're just going to pull up the end of the game there with Coach Rack's home run, and then we're going to go back and talk about how we got here. Now, first to get in there before we start there, I am going to reference the elephant in the room. Celtics fan, we did not go to Red Robin tonight. It would have been great to watch it on ESPN there in the restaurant, but with the live stream, it was a bit easier to watch it at home and then jump on here.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would have gotten an invite. So yeah, we just had Costco pizza and watched together. So
It's still a sore subject over there, so don't bring it up, Celtics fan. Just kidding. Okay, so let's bring up here. We have it muted, so it'll just be us talking as we go through this. But here is the end of the game. Now, as he's coming up, the crowd is going rack, 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 boom. He tanks it. It goes out. Bottom of the ninth inning, tie ball game, home run,
oh,
and
didn't
it
did you hear
ends.
that? Did you see that? I don't know if you can point to it or not. A girl got hit right in the head with
Wait,
the
really?
yeah.
Oh gosh.
Someone was trying to
Oh
catch it. Yeah,
man.
yeah. I hope she's okay.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was crazy. But what a bomb! Rack wins it. Uh, yeah, and look, he's just an acrobat. Uh, Crazy game. But we got to talk about what led to this because it's one of the holy cow. I don't remember
so
seeing that.
so I think he added an extra like three or four
Oh.
flips there to kind of prove to the world like, hey guys, I'm back. I can do these flips.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Yeah, because this was one of the biggest collapses I've seen in a while in like any sports. It was crazy.
Yeah, so we're gonna pull it up to go into that. It was absolutely crazy how it ended with the collapse here. It was in the seventh inning, and it was really cool because it had some of the Orioles players that were involved here. So before we start to break that down, I am gonna go through a couple of the comments here. So let's go through. So we've got it's coming in pretty fast. Um, Man, this is moving so fast.
Yeah, thanks guys. We can't keep up.
Yeah, I really appreciate
Also, I
that.
think some of you will appreciate that I do have a Mountain Dew on me. I did not stop drinking Mountain Dew, even though I think I may have an issue. But here we are.
Yes, sorry, that was the wrong one. But yes, I don't remember what their drinks are over at Costco, but the pizza is delicious. Said it should have been on Sports Center top 10. Definitely, yeah. You add all those flips there, and that would be awesome. Um, and then, um, yes, Sports Center should have the
Banana
banana
ball.
ball results and highlights in their B-roll now. That would be awesome to see. But yeah, so we're gonna break down the seventh inning and how this collapse came to be. So we get into there, and we'll have it up in a second. So they bring up the Orioles player. I'll just share my screen now as we
Yeah,
funnel through
so
it.
uh, let's back up to the Orioles are up. I believe it was 3-1, right? Yeah,
The
or was
Firefighters up
no?
four to
Yeah,
zero in the inning,
yeah. What did I say?
3-1.
Well, I said firefighters, right? Or did I
You
say
said
Orioles?
Orioles.
I said Orioles. Jeez. Sorry. I need to drink more of this to start to figure stuff out. Firefighters are up 3-1, and it really felt like they were dominating this game.
Yep.
There's been a lot of talk about this win streak that the Bananas are on, and maybe Baja Blast. Yes, I should. I don't know if I've tried that one. Yeah, I love. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I don't know why you threw that up there. I was in the middle of
I was.
real real analysis, and now I'm thinking about Mountain Dew again. Anytime I see a different kind, like anytime I see a different kind of soda, like oh, Coke came out with a new flavor, or Mountain Dew came out with a new flavor, I have to try it. Like I see it at Walmart. I am. You may wonder why are they trying all of these new flavors all the time? Is anyone drinking these? Yes, I am the one that's drinking these. I am keeping that, that yeah, I'm keeping them in business with that. Anyway, they don't need my business. They're big enough companies. I don't even know what I was saying. I don't know why you threw that comment out there.
I
I'm
was
going
just
off the rails.
I was just throwing it up there to highlight some of the comments
Yeah.
while you were talking. I
Okay.
wasn't meaning for you to talk about
Okay.
it.
Okay. See, this is what you get when you have a live stream,
Side
right?
tangents with Sammy is peak banana breakdown.
Oh man. Okay.
3-1.
They're up 3-1, and it really felt like they were done. Oh, that's right. The Bananas win streak. You know, the title of this live stream. Everyone's been talking about it. If they win this game, they set a record for most wins in a row in Banana Ball, and they came out a little. I don't know. They came out a little slow, and the firefighters really needed to. They felt the urgency. The firefighters were filled with urgency, and you could tell right from the start. And the firefighters really took control of this game. And then you got multiple home runs by the firefighters, and then seventh inning, an absolute collapse. So the start of this inning, the first half of the inning with the firefighters, I was like, holy cow, Bananas are not winning this game. They're going. The Firefighters are going to go up 4-1 and game's over. Oh my goodness, what in the world happened?
Yeah, so they're about to take a 3-run lead in the game. They have one out. They bring up this Orioles star. He comes up to the plate, and this is about where it starts to happen. So on the next pitch here is where it gets a little bit crazy, but super fun to see these MLB players playing in Banana Ball. It seems like he had a good time. So he foul tips it up straight to the catcher. You see Joe Lido right there, pulls off his catcher's helmet, tries to catch it in the helmet, and boom, bounces off the helmet. He misses it. So it counts as a foul ball, even though it bounced in fair territory because it made contact while it was in the foul territory. It's a foul ball. He comes back up to the plate. So he comes back up to the plate here. We see the replay a couple times. Takes a minute for him to get back up there, and then it's about to get crazy once again. So we see this next pitch coming in, and maybe it's on the next one, but he's going to make contact here, and we might see another firefighter's error here that leads to the crumble here. So he pops it up over to third. You've got Logan Lacey teeing up for a trick play, back handspring, and it slips out of the glove. Such a good trick play, such a cool thing to try to pull off, and such a devastating way to have that happen. So he's now safe. You can see bases loaded. Now the firefighters are in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, and bases loaded. There's all the momentum on the Bananas here, and yeah.
So Logan Lacey decides to catch this one, just get a second out. So now it's even closer. It looks like the firefighters have it.
2 outs. 2 outs. You just need to get one more out to win the inning, and you're still up 4 runs here. Okay, but what happens next?
So Jackson Olsen's up. Don't remember how many pitches it is, but we're going to see a little bit of a crazy thing happen here in a second. So Jackson Olsen hits it down the line. This scores 2 runners and the throw home. Let's see what happens. And it's missed. Missed, and here comes the second runner. Now the Bananas have 2 runs in the inning, 4-2. It's getting closer. Runners on second and third with 2 outs. So let's see what happens next. So now we've got runners on second and third. DR Meadows is up. And so then he hits that foul ball off, comes here, gets his hit right up the middle, right past the diving play of the shortstop. Flash comes home, signals the other guy to come home. He comes home, ball missed again. Jackson Olsen scores and just sits there.
And that allows DR Meadows to get to third. And then watch what happens next. The firefighters are reeling. They don't know what's going on. No one's really paying attention. DR Meadows is at third. What is he going to do?
So you're actually not going to see it on the replay. It happens so fast. So they're showing these replays of this crazy thing that just happened, and the firefighters are obviously in that mode of, hey, let's just see what happens, and here we go.
Yep.
DR Meadows scores. He steals home, and they're going to show briefly here what happens. The pitcher was facing back towards the outfield, and DR Meadows took advantage with 2 outs and stole home. Such a risky play. Watch this. Okay, he's running back. He's at the mound, and DR Meadows steals home. They can't get it home in time. He's setting up for the pitch. He doesn't even know what happened. That was such a gutsy play by DR Meadows. I can't believe he pulled that off.
Yeah, that was, man, incredible to steal home that situation and for it to be the walk-off to win the inning. Instead of going down 4-1, the Bananas are now only down 3-2, and the game is completely different.
Yep. So we'll break down some of the other stuff, but you guys saw the home run by Coach Rack. So it ended up getting tied, and then we go into the ninth inning. Coach Rack hits that monstrous home run, walks it off. Bananas win 13 in a row, and they now have the longest win streak in banana ball history. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I still can't believe it. Still watching it, I was at a loss for words, even trying to break it down there. Good job, Brandon, for really taking over and doing a good job. But yeah, I couldn't believe that type of collapse. You know, to be up 4-0 in that inning, and for it to just be wiped out like that, uh, it was just crazy. And that stolen, you know, Dr. Meadows stealing home to win the inning, it just, that just summarizes, that moment right there summarizes the entire inning for the Firefighters there. And it kind of, it just showed that the Bananas, they were not going to allow the Firefighters to win this game. They are the more experienced team. They know how to win. Sometimes you see this in sports where a team's on a streak like this and they're playing, and going against a team that may be younger, and don't have the same, they don't have the same experience. They haven't been in the same situations. Knowing how to win, like that is a thing that is learned as a team. Like that when you gel together and you have all of this chemistry and you have this momentum. Some teams just know how to win, and some teams, you have to go through these types of losses in order to get that experience to just know how to win. The Firefighters just don't have that experience yet.
Yeah, and I do want to call out here, with all of that being said, Adam, great point. Although the Firefighters blew the 4-run lead, Joe Lytle still hit an inside the park home run. And that's the thing, is that they had some incredible plays. They had this inside the park home run. Ron Franklin Jr. hit a home run. Dalton Cornett hit a home run. They had some really good plays, and they were leading the game from the get-go. They were having such a good game. So the Firefighters, I do believe this was one of their best games we've seen leading up to that 7th inning, and then it kind of crumbled from there. But really good by all the Firefighters to the way that they had the Bananas on the ropes, and unfortunately for them, the Bananas were able to come back and take it home.
Yeah, one thing that stood out to me at the beginning of the game, Biko and Josh, I don't remember the exact stat, what the percentage was, but they brought up the that the Firefighters, I think it was like less than 50% of the time, they were holding leads in there, and so they would score and then they couldn't hold the lead and win innings. Don't remember maybe it was a little, but it was around 50%, and it wasn't. Yeah, it's not a good percentage for them to. They kept on losing innings that they were scoring first in, but at the beginning of this game, that was their defense was great. They were scoring. I think the first 2 points they had, I think they only scored 1 run in each of those innings, and they were able to just sneak out and win the inning with only 1 run scored at the beginning and holding the Bananas to no runs. But towards the end of this game, those old habits, that percentage really caught up to them. And even though they were scoring and they weren't able to hold the lead and they weren't able to win the innings.
Yeah, and really quick before we get into some of the other stuff, I did see some comments regarding the attempted bunt and how all that. We will break that down in just a second. But for those of you who are watching, we're the Banana Breakdown Podcast. I'm Brandon. This is Sammy. We do a weekly breakdown show of these games, and then we also interview some of the players and those behind the scenes for Banana Ball. This upcoming week, we actually have an interview from Fisher Polydorov, who was on the Visitors this year. So we're doing that instead of the weekly breakdown this week, which is what this live stream is for, going through some of the stuff this weekend, and then we'll have that interview. So if you are not subscribed, you're definitely going to want to subscribe so that you don't miss any of those videos that are coming out. And we're just really excited for Banana Ball and the future of it, and we'd love to have you as part of our community. We do these on a premiere. So when the episode airs on Wednesday, it will be at 7 o'clock Central Time, and it premieres live with Sammy or I in the chat to interact with you and other fans. So, but we'll get into the bunting and how that controversy happened right now.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm really excited for that interview coming up with Fisher. I wasn't expecting him to be so good at staying in character all the time. So it's going to be a really, really entertaining interview. Can't wait for you guys to hear that. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of town next week. That's why we're doing it now. I'm actually leaving for the airport at 4:45 a.m. Tomorrow. So, you guys, yeah, I'm not gonna get any sleep, and the reason why is because I'm trying to do this for you guys.
Well, yeah. So everyone say thank you to Sammy for all he's doing, especially when he's about to go out of town. Really helps out with the podcast to have both of us here. But yes, Old Knuckles interview. He's the old tiny time traveler player on the Visitors, and we're hoping
Really
that
impressed with how he was able to figure out the technology in order to interview us. He grew up in the 40s. He came from 1959. He's not familiar with all this stuff, but he was, willing to figure it out and get online, and yeah, it was hilarious. He's a really good. Really good at saying in character, and it really threw me off. I think it's hilarious. It's a great interview. You should watch it. But personally, I really struggled with the interview because I wasn't expecting it to be, him in character almost the whole time. He broke character, but yeah, it was great. He's such a great guy.
yeah, so it's pretty fun. But yeah, let's jump into that with all of the bunting that we've got going on. So we had a couple of those comments in there. We've got the bunting sucks. It wasn't a bunt attempt. Bunting sucks. Yeah, so here, let's pull it up here and show you guys this. So I'm going to share my screen here with the, let's pull it up. We've got it right in the moment with Isaac Para up to plate and this bunt attempt. And what made it even better is that Ty Jackson was on the mic, so he was able to give his input as we went. So Isaac Para right there, switches sides, and that was the bunt attempt. So he swings his bat, does his little slapstick kind of thing, and right here is when Vincent Chapman is going to rule it as a bunt. Ty Jackson loses his mind because he ejects Isaac Para. He says, Isaac, you're out of the game. You bunted, does not count. Andy Archer is so excited, and the firefighters are kind of getting mad at that. So then we see Vincent call in the umpires. So he says, okay, let's look at it again. So there you see, it is a swing.
Yeah, it is a swing.
But it ends in almost an identical position to what it would have been if you were to just bunt. Such a hard call to make, and we see them deliberating over it. But yeah, it's just crazy. So this is one of the fundamental rules of banana ball, that you are not allowed to bunt. And Vincent Chapman calls him safe, says it wasn't a bunt, and they're able to continue. Isaac Para is still in the game. He's excited. He's grateful. And we'll see it one more time here. So there you go. But that's where what is a bunt? Is a bunt when you hold the bat out, or is a bunt if you swing and then it stops? And so that's where there's a lot gained for the people who are trying to do those little slap hits. But there we go.
Yeah, I think at the time I was more like, oh, that's a really close call. I think that was a bunt. But watching it again just now, I think it's pretty clear that they made the right decision of not throwing him out. It was a swing, and I mean the ball gets to it's not like
it gets first base.
Yeah, it gets almost out of the infield. It wasn't like it just rolled out towards the pitcher, rolled out to the side. It really didn't act like a bunt. I don't know. He didn't. It's also the rule is there because bunting is super boring, and everyone's saying it in the chat. Bunting sucks, but Isaac Para moving across the plate, switching hands, and doing that is cool. And so if we're gonna eject a guy for doing something cool because maybe technically his bat didn't swing enough, then we're doing it wrong. I think that was the right call to keep him in because that was a cool play. And yeah, that's my opinion on that.
Yeah, no, it's crazy to see, and I think as we talk about it more, being able to how far the ball goes, so right there, it gets all the way back there. A bunt is never going to go that far, and so really cool to see how that happens. And yeah, again, this is a rule specific to banana ball. Super crazy how it went down, but I definitely think that that is a strategy that is right in between. It's not quite a bunt, but just the announcer said it. Vigo and Josh, it is just about as close as you can get to being a bunt.
Yeah. Without it being a bunt, the closest you can get. Yeah. Let us know. What do you guys think? Yeah. What it? That's a good comment there by Eli. Eli has some great comments in the chat tonight. All of you guys do, but yeah. So just let us know. What do you guys think? Andy going up to Vincent and patting him on the back. Yeah. That was a great too. Anyway. All right. Celtics fan wants us to talk about the party animals.
Okay, so let's jump over to the party animals for a little bit.
I want to talk about the party animals.
Yeah, we don't have as much on them. So we were watching the Bananas game on the big screen, and we had the party animals and Tailgaters game on the laptop on the side. And then once the Bananas game ended, we shifted it over. So we don't have quite as much, and we'll probably jump back into the Bananas game in a second.
Joel, where is your nifty standings board? You want to know the real thing, Joel? I forgot it, okay? It's my fault. I was hoping no one would notice, but if anyone was going to notice, I know it's going to be you, Joel, because you've been saying that you really like the standings board. But yes, I forgot it. We're at Brandon's place. We're usually at my place, and I forgot it. It's my fault, and it's my bad. You got to take ownership to your mistakes. You got to be accountable. And it's just one of those times where I just gotta say, you know what, I screwed up, and I'm sorry.
Joel says, I love it.
Okay, to be honest, we watched the Party Animals game. We watched the ending of it. We tried to watch most of it. There was a big, there was a big portion of the game here where my children were going crazy and I could not focus. I've got two boys and
they were being little party animals.
Yeah, they were, and they didn't nap today, which is good because they're going to go to sleep early. My wife is a saint and is putting them to bed. Thank you. Because they didn't nap today, so they were going crazy. You guys know how it goes. You guys have been around kids, I'm sure, and yeah. So just throwing that out there. The game was awesome, though. No one wants to hear about my life. You guys want to hear about party animals. I need to stop talking about my life. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so let's go through a couple things really quick before we jump into the Party Animals game. We got a couple comments here. Eli, you forgot it, huh? Probably at the FireFighters clubhouse. Can't fool me, firefighter secret agents. So, Sammy, can you give us the background on these comments from Eli? He's claiming that we're firefighter secret agents.
Yeah, Eli commented on, I can't remember which episode it was. It may have been the most recent one, which was it was a great comment, just accusing us of being, we're going in, getting the secrets, interview. Oh, it was an interview, I think. Yeah, it was Drake. Yeah. We're interviewing people, getting the secrets of players so that we could feed it to the firefighters in order for them to come back and win the tour championship at the end. And we can't confirm or deny that accusation. I need to. If you have any more questions, talk to my lawyer. So, yeah, I'll just say that. No, it's been funny. So that's the backstory there. So he really thinks that and that's why I said in the chat earlier, if anyone was there, we're pretty bad secret agents. If the firefighters totally screwed this game up, we weren't able to give them enough secrets to be able to beat the Bananas.
Yeah, I didn't quite make it. We'll need a couple more interviews to do that. And Anne-Marie, not true. We live for the side tangents with Sammy.
I've got plenty.
And then I do want to... Can't deny, huh? Suspicious.
Talk to my lawyer, Eli.
And then I do want to say thank you for being here, Biff. Biff is in a lot of the live stream comment sections, so happy to have you here. I think they should allow bunts. I don't think they suck. Someone said in the comments, definitely a hot take there, but there are definitely some people who believe that. I think there's a world where bunting could add a unique element to Banana Ball, but I think it's one of those
we're
rules.
talking about. Yeah, okay, so Brandon had a good idea. I was talking about we were watching the game and we were talking about baseball in general, and I brought up how back in the day. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I think I might switch which league it was, but I think the AL in Major League Baseball, so the American League had designated hitters, and the National League, the NL, did not have designated hitters, and the pitchers had to bat. And so, and then when they played each other, the home team would play by the rules of theirs. So like if an AL team went and played at an NL team, then all of a sudden the AL pitcher would have to bat. That's not a thing anymore in the MLB. Everyone has a designated hitter. But Brandon had a good idea of if Banana Ball expands, there should be some teams that they have unique rules. Like some teams, they're allowed to bunt, and some teams they're not. And so if they're playing a home game, if they're a headlining tour, they are allowed to bunt, and the other team has to account for that. Where it's like, oh, I've played Banana Ball for years, and I'm not expecting a bunt here, and then all of a sudden it happens. I think that's a pretty good idea. It would be fun to have like unique rules where one team, if they're the home team, they have these rules. One team, has different rules. So anyway.
Yeah, and that was like partially a joke, but like it was just kind of funny of like if there were any rules that you could skew in Banana Ball, I think that's one that could go both ways. And I think Jesse's even mentioned a couple times of like that's kind of one where it's like it's his opinion, and he's also glad about how much like people jump on both sides because then it drums up stuff about Banana Ball, so it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the reasons why bunting is not allowed in Banana Ball. And we do have a call out. Sam, I apologize. We totally missed this one. We're sitting in the wrong spots. In every other video, I'm on the other side.
Switch?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's switch.
I'll go around this way.
Sorry, Sam. Sorry to let you down. We're really struggling tonight, I think.
Sam, I hope
He's trying to steal my Mountain Dew.
And Sammy's trying to steal my
I would never
water.
steal water.
No, but thank you, Sam, for bringing that up. Really appreciate it. Totally
I knew something was wrong. Now I feel like I could really podcast right now. I was not in the right space to be able to do it. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Now, welcome to the Banana Breakdown podcast. Now we're starting. We got to start over now. Okay.
Let's do it. So now we are back, as Adam says, back to their formal glory as we jump into the Party Animals and Tailgaters game. So let's jump into there and talk about it. So with the game, it ended at the end of the game, 9th inning. Unfortunately for anyone who is not a Party Animals fan, Drew Gillespie was on the mound, and the door was never even open.
Yeah, Drew Gillespie, he was able to win the game there at the end. He is there's been a lot of new pitchers come out. Brett Carson had his moment. There's, my gosh, why am I blanking on his name? Dumb, right?
Ben Dumb. Ben Dumb the third.
Yes, he's been incredible. He's amazing. 14 consecutive until he let Rack score the game-winning walk-off home run there. There was an announcer's jinx there that we didn't even talk about. I'm just thinking about that right now. That Vico and Josh brought up that he had 14. Good night. Had 14 consecutive scoreless innings, and Rack scored. We didn't talk about the jinx. Anyway, I'm just talking about, there's been some amazing pitchers that have come to the scene this season, but no one has been able to replace Drew Gillespie at the top, the best closer in the sport. Incredible stuff. I want to talk about something not Party Animals here. Okay. Actually, we got to talk about the first ever hit in Banana Ball history on a unicycle.
It was absolutely incredible.
Friend of the podcast,
Sunshine Looters.
It was amazing. Oh, you don't have it pulled up, do you?
I'll get it up here in just a second.
I totally went off script. I'm going crazy over here, guys. I'm really putting Brandon in a hard spot.
No, but this was an incredible moment. So if you've been watching, Jonathan Sunshine Looters has, every time he comes up to bat on the unicycle, he makes contact. He is so good at getting the bat on the ball while on the unicycle, and it's incredibly impressive. But he has not been able to contact on the unicycle and get to base yet. So we're going to pull it up and get that ready for you guys to see that moment. 1 second as we go through this. We're getting a little bit closer. Scrubbing through the live stream is a bit tough sometimes.
Yeah, again, sorry I put Brandon in a hard spot here.
But the biggest problem is that it's right. Don't Stop Believin' is right in the middle of it. So I think that there we go. Almost got there, and then like Don't Stop Believin' messes up because I have it on the clock. Okay.
All right.
Here we go. Okay, let me share my screen here with Jonathan Sunshine Looters, his first ever hit on a unicycle, and here we go. Sean Fluke is on the mound. He's mic'd up. Boom! Smacks it out there. Goes out right there, right in front of Tanner Thomas's glove. Nicks it in there, and watch the celebration. He is so pumped, so excited to make it happen. The first ever hit in banana ball, in baseball, on a unicycle. Absolutely incredible. Way to go, Sunshine.
Yeah, incredible stuff here. I can't ride a unicycle. I can't stay in one spot on a unicycle. I can't. Yeah, unicycles and me, they just don't mix. I think that's safe to say for the majority of the population of the world. Not a lot of people ride unicycles, but this guy just got a hit on a unicycle. And we had an interview with Sunshine. That's why I said friend of the podcast, Sunshine Looters. Go watch that interview if you haven't watched it. He gives some cool behind-the-scenes stuff about the conversation about riding the unicycle, his tryout, stuff like that. And some people are bringing it up here in the chat that he did mention a stilts versus him on his super tall unicycle. Sunshine would, he has a super tall unicycle that he would pitch on versus stilts potentially. So that at bat is something that we really need to see. But anyway, he is an incredible guy. Go and watch that interview. One thing that is interesting here, because we finally got to see him. He gets a hit and he's able to run to the base. One question we had for him there, we were like, was there ever a conversation about you, riding the unicycle to first base? And he said, that the unicycle is kind of like the entertainment piece of Banana Ball, and then once that's over, it's over, and he runs. But they did have that conversation on if they wanted to keep him on the unicycle. But yeah, this was incredible. We were so pumped for him, even though obviously I was rooting for the party animals. Just look at what I'm wearing here. But that was awesome. We will always root for Sunshine.
Yeah, so really excited to see how that went. And yeah, we're looking forward to the battle between him and Stilt soon on the 5-foot unicycle, breaking it all down. And then just a sneak peek for you guys, I do have a Jonathan Looters jersey coming in the mail in the next couple days. Can't wait for that to come.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Repping the Tailgaters, and especially Sunshine. Sunshine was the first player who came on the podcast. So he'll always hold a special place in our heart for giving us a chance after the Banana Ant was our first ever interview. So just super excited for all of that. And anytime he gets a win, we celebrate here on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure. He's such a great guy. We've had some amazing guests on the pod, and there's going to be even more coming down. So
this is amazing, Eli. Imagine Banana Ball All-Star Game versus the Rockies, MLB team. They're really bad this year, in the offseason, and Stilt strikes out the Rockies, and Sunshine hits a homers off the Rockies. That would be absolutely incredible and would probably break the internet.
All right. People are still accusing us. You're rooting for the party animals, you secret spy. I am. Okay. I am. And I don't know if... Okay. Full transparency here. Should we throw up a tweet that I can you? I don't know if you can throw up Twitter here.
Yeah, it'll give me a minute. But yeah, go for it.
Okay. I know Celtics fans saw this. If any of you guys have Twitter or X or whatever they call it these days, oh yeah, there you go. Pull it up super quick.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
if any of you have that stuff, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us everywhere. We got a TikTok. I don't have TikTok, um, you know, personally, but Brandon downloaded TikTok and started posting stuff on there. So if any of you guys like TikTok, anyway, so this is what I posted. I just got to be fully transparent here. Everyone knows me as the Party Animals fan. I always wear this stuff, but I saw something that I still won't do it. I promise, unless this just keeps happening. I won't wear yellow, but if anything were to get me to be a Bananas fan, it's this. So BYU legend Kyle Van Noy uh, participated in the game yesterday with the Bananas. He plays for the Baltimore Ravens now, and his story is amazing. Anyone has the time to look up his story. He actually was in the foster care system. He an incredible person. He participated in the Bananas Foster promo here and came out and surprised a foster family. It was a really cool moment. But yes, I love Kyle Van Noy. He's one of my favorite football players of all time. If anyone needs to know why, just look up. If you have the time, you guys are already on YouTube, just look up BYU versus San Diego State Poinsettia Bowl 2012, where Kyle Van Noy single-handedly won that game. He scored 2 touchdowns. He's a defensive player. He outscored BYU's offense in that game. No one cares about this, but I just wanted to say this was an awesome moment for me personally, seeing Kyle Van Noy out there. And yes, Celtics fan, Red Sox fan. I'm pretty sure it's the same person. It is. I know it is. I said if anything would make me wear yellow, it's this, and Red Sox fan says, yeah, he understands. So that I just wanted to be transparent there. There's some things that are kind of pulling me to one side or the other. I just love banana ball. I love sports, and I still love the Party Animals. I'll always root for them. But there's some things that are starting to push me one way or the other. Yeah. Thanks. Anyway. Thanks for listening to that rant. What are you?
I was gonna try to see the one where you said to Reese when he hit that bomb.
Yeah.
One, but I don't have it up. But yeah, the other thing that has been pulling Sammy is when Reese hit a bomb in the 4th of all 4 NFL stadiums this year.
That was on my personal one.
Okay.
And I tweet too much. So
yeah, it'll take like 3 hours to get through all that.
Yeah, so I responded to Reese when he hit a home run, and he said something like, how many more does he have to hit to get me to wear yellow? Something like that he asked. But maybe one day. I don't want to spoil anything. This is just an idea. It's live. I just have to say it out loud.
Go for it.
But it would ruin everything.
Okay.
It's an April Fool's idea. Okay? So we've talked about those all the time. I think you guys get the idea, and what's going on? What am I even saying? I don't even know what I'm saying right now.
Well, I think you're trying to get people off the scent, but it's not working.
Yeah.
What if they're spies for the Bananas, and that's why they're on the winning streak, and the FireFighters one was a decoy? Dude, if I could take credit for the Bananas winning streak, it would not be a secret anymore.
Yeah, Brandon's all about taking credit for himself.
Thanks for that. I cannot believe how many comments are in here about this. This is amazing. Double spy throwing us off the scent.
Yeah, this is some weird banana breakdown lore that people that are just hopping on for the first time are not going to understand at all.
Incredible.
Yeah, Eli, thank you for starting this rumor. I'm a little worried that it's going to get to, banana ball. Eli cracked the code. I'm a little worried that it's going to get us blacklisted from banana ball games now that people are people think that we're cheating for one team or the other, and all of a sudden everyone bans us. That would be something else.
I do have to bring up the other thing though. When we switched seats, Sam said that's better. My OCD couldn't handle it, and then we switched. And Eli, this is amazing. Not gonna lie, I thought that was a couch. Bamboozled. So,
yes, there is a couch back here. Yes, there are seats in front of a couch.
We
Really interesting
yeah.
setup here.
We were gonna sit on the couch and then we're like, our backs are gonna be dead after
Yeah, and
this
we're kind of
event.
like low and uncomfortable, and yeah,
So last second
Brandon didn't
decision.
want to get too close to me. We needed to have some separation. Um, Man,
We're going way off the rails.
we're losing people.
So we're gonna go a little bit more into the Party Animals game. Just a couple thoughts that we had from this, some funny moments. So the players during the roster announcement, I thought this was pretty cool. So at the start of the game, they're calling out this player's second base, this player's third base. They were all in the stands, and they would interact with the fans when their name was called and do a couple things, and it was just a really cool way to build fans. The Party Animals are a great team. They are growing fast on social media. They are nowhere near the Bananas on social media. So they do these kind of things. You are building fans for life. You are taking people who might have been Bananas fans going to that game, and now they're Party Animals fans. And I just love to see that and how dedicated they are to doing that.
Yeah, Dustin Baber chugged a beer right by someone. I'm sure he got some. He spilled some on someone. All right, ready for another Sammy tangent?
Oh, let's go.
Thinking about someone spilling beer on someone. All right, here
It's
is
the best setup of all time.
yeah. We're gonna talk about beer spills. So when I was in elementary school, this is one of my
Beer and elementary school should not go together, Sammy.
Oh gosh.
Great setup. Everyone, you better be ready for this.
And, yeah. Anyway, we're at a rodeo. Okay.
Beer, elementary schools, and rodeos. That's all we've got right
Yeah.
now.
Okay. So we're at a rodeo. This is actually one of like my deep down regrets. Like you think about something and you're just like, I feel really bad about that. Even it's not that big of a deal, but you're just like, why did that thought just come into my head and I feel bad about it? This is one of those stories. So we're at a rodeo and I'm probably like in 4th grade or 3rd grade. I don't know. I was young and I was just I was being dumb and I was kicking my shoes off and I lost my shoe. Like it fell because we're in like bleachers at this rodeo and it fell down but it got I didn't know, but it looked like it fell all the way to the ground. And my brother, he's like 7 years older than me. He was he was trying to be nice and he was gonna go find my shoe for me. I'm worried. Celtics fans upset that we're talking about. Yeah, this is actually the Sammy breakdown. Yeah, we're actually gonna go deep into my past here. So he's nice and he's gonna go find my shoe or my coat or something. I dropped something, and no, I think it was my shoe. Anyway, he goes down, and I realize after he leaves that my shoe isn't all the way down on the ground. It got caught somewhere else, like didn't fall all the way down the bleachers. It like got caught somewhere else, and I could have reached it. I don't know why I thought that it was all the way on the ground if I could see it like that. But anyway, my brother Zach goes down, and he can't find it obviously, and he comes back up the bleachers, and he is so mad. And I'm like, what happened? And he's soaking wet, and he smells like beer. And I'm like, what happened? And he goes, I was trying to find your shoe, and this drunk guy spilled his beer all over me. Like, he was soaked. So he's what? Like, if I was, 10 or something, he's like 17, and he was so upset that he was soaking wet, dripping, and he smelled bad the rest of the night. And so hopefully that wasn't something that happened to a fan when Dustin Baber. He didn't spill anything. Yeah, I don't know why I told that story.
Hey, it's
some people are saying that that's what they come for, and so I'm
Yeah.
trying to please those people, and so I'm just kind of talking
As you
about
should.
whatever. You only get these on the live stream. I edit the regular podcast. I work hard to edit that thing to make me look as professional as possible. It's all about my image. That's all I'm thinking about. No, I'm trying to make it, as streamlined as possible. We're just trying to get to the point. People come and listen to it because they love Banana Ball. And so I edited this stuff out. But the live streams is where you get, my thoughts. And yeah, follow me on Twitter, and you'll get some of my other random thoughts too.
As you should. And of course, we've got another one from Eli. Here's something. In an alternate universe, Jesse Cole picks the party animals as the name.
Sorry, I'm laughing
Brandon
at
is the
another
party
one of
animals
Eli's
guy,
comments,
and
but
Sammy
just
is
keep
wearing yellow. We'll talk about that really quick, and then we gotta go back to Eli's most recent one. Adam, what if Brandon is really a party animals fan and he's just hiding it really well?
Yeah, maybe.
You'll have to wait and see.
This one is what made me laugh. Imagine hopping on here to listen to Banana Ball and you get a story of a rodeo and a drunk guy. Yeah.
Welcome to the Banana Breakdown Podcast.
Yeah,
Podcast where we go into everything non-banana ball.
Yeah, I can see, we can see the number of people hopping on, hopping off, and I'm sure that there were some people there just like, what is going on? Oh my goodness.
This is incredible. I love the feedback we're getting here, and I love your guys' support. Really appreciate it. We could not do it without you.
Yeah.
But really appreciate all you guys are doing. Let's jump back into a couple other things with the games. I wanted to talk about a few things. So, Coach Rack. Coach Rack was the showman of the night in the Bananas game, and since we watched most of this game, we can talk about it a little bit more. He was 3 for 4, scored 2 runs, 2 doubles, got a rack flip, and then had the game-winning walk-off. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Eli, you're on fire tonight. I cannot even finish a sentence. New name, Mostly Banana Ball Podcast.
Yeah, that's good.
Sorry. Okay, let's get back to Mostly Banana Ball. So Coach Rack, incredible game. We showed the video at the start, but if anyone wasn't there, like when he's coming to running home on that home run, he did like 8 backflips as he's going in, lands, says, "I'm here, check this out," because if you hadn't seen, he face planted on live television. That was shared all around the internet.
I didn't see that.
But it's just really cool to see how he's been a really big inspiration for all the young people in baseball. Just like, hey, you can have a huge mistake like that, get yourself up, dust yourself off, and then go do something even better and prove all the haters wrong. And just super cool to see, and really impressed with what Coach Rack did out there tonight.
Yeah, because last Sunday he had his rack flip, and people were like, "Yeah, that's the way to respond." It was, I think Josh kind of went crazy on the call there of like how exciting it was that he. All over social media was his face plant and that mistake, but he was able to show, this is what he's all about. This is what he usually does. And then for this week, for him to come out and get the walk-off home run, and go have all those crazy flips and stuff. Oh man, it was awesome. I'm really happy for Coach Rack. That must have felt really, really good for everything that's been going on. I know he was a really good sport about it, and he's shown like how to come back, and he said, yes, you have permission to laugh and everything, but I know that's got to be hard. I wouldn't want like my most embarrassing moment just
Yeah.
I wouldn't want everyone to be talking about Sammy got his brother to have beer spilled all over him, like that's my most embarrassing moment.
Sammy and Brennan trying to talk about Banana Ball. The chat, allow us to introduce ourselves.
Yeah. I wouldn't want my most embarrassing moment just broadcasted everywhere, and all of the Banana Ball haters jumping on and saying, this is dumb, look at this. But he came back, and I want everyone that saw the face plant, I just wish everyone would see this ending. I was rooting for the FireFighters because of, they pay me under the table, and oh, what? Did I just say that out loud?
I'm muting it right now.
Oh my goodness.
We're live, Sammy. Come on, you can't say that.
I can't take that back. Anyway, no, I'm really happy for Coach Rack.
Yeah, and then with that, Anne-Marie, I've seen a few people discovering Banana Ball via the failed rack flips, so at least it's all worked out. The same thing happened when Andy Archer and the Friend Like Me one went viral on Twitter. They did the Friend Like Me 3-2-2, and he threw a ball, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, can't believe that you do all of that, and then you throw a ball, and like all of these different things are happening, and... Adam, you just got Sammy so good.
It just went down the wrong pipe. Just chill,
Adam's
fine.
clipping that
Yeah.
Sammy's on the payroll for the
Our
firefighters.
career is over.
But yeah, so like that one got like 18 million views, went all over Twitter. People were just engagement baiting and like, hey, I'm gonna put this out there and say, oh my gosh, look at the bananas, they suck. And like I saw so many people in the chat be like, what are the Savannah Bananas? And then the next comment would be someone saying, dude, they're this cool team, this and that. Like here's what you need to know about Banana Ball. And then they would reply and say, oh my gosh, I never heard of them. This is incredible. And it was just so cool to see all of these things to show how Banana Ball grows even through those controversial things. And so Coach Rack was looking at it from the long term. He knew that it was going to bring fans, and he knew that if he could show that he could stand up and he could move on, that he could really impact some kids' lives.
Yeah, and he really did, and more people are going to be watching Banana Ball because of it. Yeah, okay, our career's officially over. People are gonna spread that. I'll just say it's AI. I'll just say you guys are
There you
you
go.
guys are it's a deep fake. I can deny it.
But yeah, so let's talk about a couple other funny things. So funny moment, Zach Stanton, the announcer for the Firefighters, as
Yeah,
Matt Wolf was pitching,
Speaking of rodeos,
the rodeo clown was on the mound, and Zach Stanton comes out of the rodeo barrel, tosses him the ball, and then Matt does a trick pitch. It was pretty funny to see that happen. There were a couple other pretty cool moments. Let me pull up one that I thought was really cool here from Mason Maxwell.
are you
The,
talking about the
it's
fire?
the fire. Yeah, there was fire in the game tonight.
Mason Maxwell has some of the best walk-ups. I'll never forget the "I'll make a man out of you"
That one was
walk-up.
great.
We were there live for that one.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then he hit a home run right after. But yeah, this is pretty epic.
So the song is "Set Fire to the Rain," and kudos to them. They did it perfectly. You'll see this on social media, but just and I set fire to the rain, and boom! And there is so much fire on the field right there. They were saying that a bunch of the players had to run out there and like put a bunch of water on it and make it happen so that would not get the players and the field messed up. So pretty funny moment to see.
Yeah, I wonder how the Orioles grounds crew felt about that. You guys know, if you've been here around long enough, I talked about this in maybe like the third episode. I have a background in baseball landscaping, and I would be so stressed about that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Aren't they supposed to stop fires? Yeah. Uh, wasn't there? I'm not gonna.
Another really funny moment. I don't have it up here, but in the bottom of the third, Coach Rack got in a pickle, and he was running to home. Was able to safely get back to third, but then they threw it over to another base and caught Flash in a pickle on the same play. Got Flash out, and then I think it was on like the next play. Coach Rack runs home again, got in a pickle, and got out. So it's
Yeah.
just like I can't believe there were 3 pickles in a couple minutes. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Pickled banana there. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Eli, Orioles, who burned our field?
Gosh.
Sammy and Brandon told us to. This just keeps getting better and better.
I would never. I've done landscaping. I've seen some bad fields. You know, I would never wish that upon any grounds crew. Yeah. You know, we would have to clean the dugout after every game, and it was always a little annoying because, like, okay, every visiting team would always clean up perfectly fine, except for one team.
Which team was that, Sammy?
I don't know if I should say.
Then don't. We don't want to get into more trouble on this podcast.
There was one. Okay, just think about it. I went to BYU. I worked for the BYU baseball team doing ground stuff. Yeah, just think about if you guys like college sports. Just think about what team hates BYU. They wear red. They're in the same state, and that same state is Utah. Just think about what team that could be. That's the team that would always leave the dugout a complete mess after they would come, and it was really annoying.
Eli, imagine I become a banana ball player and I remember I've done all this. If you become a banana ball player, that would add so much to the lore of what is going on right here. That would be absolutely incredible.
Yeah, please become a banana ball player. That would be awesome.
Yeah, best of luck with that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We should all of us, everyone that's on here right now, we should all try out for a banana ball next year.
that would be awesome.
Yeah, just show up and see what happens.
But yeah, just to let you guys know again, for those of you who may have come on in the last little bit, on Wednesday we're going to have the interview with Fisher Polydorov, Old Knuckles, the old-timey baseball player from the Visitors, and we do it as a premiere. So on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time, we'll be in the premiere. Bye, Karina. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah, so anytime it's similar to this, where obviously we're not interacting with the comments in a way like this, but if you're commenting on that premiere, Sammy or I are always in the chat so that we can go back and forth, and you can also connect with other people in the community. So hope you guys will join us for that.
Yeah.
We do these weekly breakdowns, really love it, and then yeah, when we can do a post-game live stream like this, we always love to jump on.
Yeah, it's super fun. Yeah, I really enjoy these live streams. I really enjoy interacting with you guys, and I really like that we're doing the premiere thing now because we get some interaction, and I really feel like we're growing a small but mighty community. Oh, bye Joel. Have a good one.
See ya.
Yeah, we're a small community here, but it's really great. Feel like we're the comments are just awesome. Really like what's going on here. You guys are hilarious. So, yeah. So, join us with the premiere. This interview is going to be awesome. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I think Eli had a comment that we need to address here, and then maybe we'll take off.
Sounds good. But yeah, keep us posted, guys. If there's ever anything you want us to talk about on these live streams and any of those, yeah, we've really enjoyed doing the premieres. It really helps us connect to the community a little bit more since we can't do these post-game live streams all the time. So definitely want to keep that going and keep you guys engaged with that, and really love talking about Banana Ball with all of you. So before we go, yeah, let's jump into this comment by Eli. How did we go from Banana Ball to the secret agent conspiracy to a drunk rodeo story to the Holy War?
Okay, Eli knows what team I was talking about. Yeah, the Holy War right there, rivalry. I didn't say the name, so hopefully it doesn't get clipped and sent to that side of the internet that roots for that team. I really don't want to deal with them. I see their tweets enough on Twitter. Anyway, thank you for listening to me. I was on one tonight, and I apologize for anyone that just wanted to get pure Banana Ball. You got a whole lot of other stuff thrown in there, but it seems like you guys enjoy it, so I'll just keep. I appreciate that. Sometimes people are like, dude, stop talking, but yeah. Oh, what? Oh, I didn't want to hear that, Eli. What in the world?
But yeah, no, we really appreciate you guys, and yeah, it was really fun games to talk about. We were on the edge of our seats for the whole FireFighters Bananas game. Really incredible game, back and forth. Had such a fun time tonight, and really appreciated being on with you guys. So thank you so much for being here, and go Bananas!
Go Party Animals and FireFighters. Not the FireFighters. We're not paid by them.